All right, we here. Yeah. So we are here with RKT, real estate in the building, Killiam in the building. Rashidi in a little bit. So we talking about get a seatbelt for the market crash. So when is this happening? Tell us all the bad news. Go ahead.
All right, so and that's the thing of that. That's the thing about bad news is that you never know when you're gonna get it, right? And the truth is, we don't know when the market is gonna crash, but we know it's gonna happen. It happens at least once every decade, right?
Yeah, every 8 years, some shit like that.
Yeah, so we know what's coming. So it's just more about, I guess, like preparing for it before it happens. You know, because they say if you stay ready, you never got to get ready, right? So I think there's a few things that a lot of people don't realize that we could put in place now, so that when it does happen, I'm not saying that people still not gonna struggle, but they'll be a little better off. You get what I'm saying? So the main thing is that when the market crashes, it trickles down as far as who it affects. It affects everyone at some point. Mm-hmm. You know, but the after effect of the market crash is what? Inflation. Things start the cost of living starts to increase. Things start to go up, right? So how do we solve for that? One of the main things that we can do, right, is obviously save some more money. But then everybody's like, you know, what if I don't have any money to save? I don't have any money. And that's just simply not true. So then think about it like this. What's coming around? Tax time, right? I tell people before you go and spend all your, because a lot of people, they'll spend their taxes before they even get it. Like in their brain, it's already spent on something.
Right.
Before you spend your money on taxes, take about 20% of whatever your tax refund is, put that aside so that at least you have a baseline to start with.
Right.
And then every time you get paid from your job, take 10% of that check. Because I always tell people to pay yourself before you pay any bills, pay yourself first. Take 10% of your check and keep adding on to what you've already put aside from your tax return. And then at least by the end of the year, at least you'll have like a little nest egg. Because like I said, you never know when the market's going to crash. You never know when, the cost of living is going to keep going up. But you never know when you're going to be affected by it. You never know when an emergency happens. How long should you, or how many months of money should you have saved up? You should have 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses saved up. You get what I'm saying? So let's put that into numbers. If it costs you about $4,000 to live, at minimum, you should have $12,000 in the bank or saved up. You get what I'm saying? But the average person doesn't have that. And the only reason why is because we don't start anywhere. And I think that's just the main thing is we just got to get started somewhere. And that's what we got to solve for. Right.
Yeah. Because saving is a big function of time. Like a lot of people don't understand it. It's a function of time. So it's like if you one time I was watching this episode of The Simpsons and Marge was walking past this house and she said, "Wow, this house looks nice." And the real estate agent, he said, "If you lived here, you'd be home by now."
Right. I remember that.
That was the funniest shit. But I bring that up to say, if you had started, for example, if you had started saving money when you first started watching this show, the Money Game show, you would have had a year's worth of saving now, today.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And we gonna say the same shit again today, and you gonna wait till months and months and months and months later to not do what the fuck we telling you to do. Correct. You understand what I'm saying? We got shit in place. Like Lucario and I, as a business and as individuals, we got shit in place. I'm working with RKT appraisals or RKT real estate. I'm working with Kayleen directly. Correct. And I got money being saved and investments and life insurance policies that are active right now that are being funded. Absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? And that goes to my savings. That goes to my future. And if not, that goes to my nephew. You see what I'm saying? And so these things have to be put in place, bro. Like you got to prepare yourself. I mean, look, you could go ahead and YOLO and live every day like it's your last, but just put a little bit away just in case you live longer. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That's really what it is. Absolutely. That's really what it is. Because, if you had started back then, you would have been good now. But now you got to start from now so you could try to be good later. And when the market fucking crash, you're fucked. You're fucked.
And then just to add to that, there are certain industries, right, that are recession proof. So then even during the time of a market crash, during the time of a recession, there are industries, there are businesses that are still going to thrive. So then you got to say to yourself, okay, what businesses are going to make money during the time of a market crash, during the time of a recession, to where, you know, you can still be okay. So not only could you save, but you could also make money during that time. You know, and it's multiple. And if it helps, anything, think about it when during the time of COVID, what essential, who were the essential workers? Who were the jobs that were around when COVID was on its peak? You get what I'm saying? So those are the jobs that aren't going anywhere. You know, people need certain things. The market needs certain things that no matter how bad the market's doing, certain industries will continue to make money, and you should be a part of those industries.
Facts. That's facts. Yeah. What did they call what did they call them? Not first responders, but
essential workers.
Essential workers, right. Essential workers. Shout out to the nurses and shit, because I quarantined with my girl at the time, and she was a nurse, and she had to go to work damn near every day. Shit was crazy. But ain't nothing like that quarantine. You know what? Let's answer the question. How can I learn to be a better communicator for business? I'm working to become a manager, but I struggle with communication when it comes to things I don't really have interest in, like random people.
Struggling. What? Wait, hold on. So you're saying you want to be a better communicator for business, but you don't have interest in talking to random people?
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Well, Zay, I say this: get into an industry where you can make money without talking to people, and good luck with that.
Yeah,
because most industries, you got to talk to somebody, even if you got to talk to the person that's going to talk to the people for you.
Right.
You got to talk to somebody, Zay. So if you remember, the value that you put into the world, that value has to be recognized by who? People. You understand? Machines don't send you money. You understand? Trees don't send you money. People send you money. You understand? So like when I sell my soap, I'm not selling my soap so a machine can wash its ass. No, I'm selling my soap so a human being could wash his ass. So I got to know how to talk to the people. I gotta know something about what the people want to see or hear or deal with, bro. You know, and I got people emailing me for customer service issues and certain other things. So you got to be. But here's what I say too, Zay. Download ChatGPT to your phone.
Yes.
Whatever you think you want to say, write it into ChatGPT and say, make this sound better for business communication purposes, and then write whatever it is you think you want to say, and then ChatGPT will give you the best way to fucking say it. Since you're that crippled, Zay, since you're such a victim, because you know everybody's a victim. Nobody don't know nothing going on for themselves, right, Zay?
But now that's important. That's a good, definitely a good idea.
A lot of people use that. Bro, I use that shit use that shit sometimes to like you know when you trying to be descriptive when you send in a sexy text to a bitch.
Right. That's funny.
Now, you know what I want to say to people on the low though? I want y'all to realize though that AI is already woke. AI is already woke, because I noticed that when I say certain things, especially concerning manhood, AI bypasses and it cuts all that shit out.
Ain't that weird? I noticed that too.
I didn't notice that. Wow.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. The idea of a masculine identity is gonna be threatened to extinction. I want y'all to understand that shit, because AI is unisex. AI is ambiguous.
Right.
AI is gender fluid. So all y'all niggas that think that Miles and Lucario just talking that masculine identity shit for no reason. No, sir. We're gonna be fighting the good fight for the future to preserve masculinity and a masculine identity. I want y'all to, I'm mark my fucking word now. Mark my word now. And you'll see what I'm talking about later. Because when AI takes over everything, there's going to be no such fucking thing as a masculine identity. You understand? We're going to have to fight to keep that in the brains of of the people.
We had you on. It was banned on the back end. That's why you couldn't come in. So, but I clicked on the thing, clicked it off. So now you good.
It was something was banned.
Yeah. So like remember last week when he put up the 2 cameras, and then so I kicked off.
So it checked him out as spam.
Yeah, right. So then that's why he wasn't able to come back on. So I had
spam.
So I went to the settings and it said banned users Rashidi Locario.
Oh my god.
StreamYard trying to keep a black man down, you know what I'm saying?
Word. Oh man.
But what's going on, Rashidi? What's popping with you, man?
Chilling, man.
Yo, Monogamous Player says life insurance is recession proof too, right?
100%. The products and the industry, so both actually. The products because it acts as a hedge against the inflation. So so in other words, when you have inflation, it's meeting with it. The interest that you're getting on your money it's combating the inflation. Mm-hmm. So you're in a good place when it comes to the products that we offer when it comes to life insurance, and then the industry itself of finance, right? One of the number one industries that's recession proof. So on both ends of the spectrum, yeah. Shout out to Monogamous Player, man. Shout you out.
That's what's up. Yeah. So Rashid, what's your thoughts on this about the market crashing and everything? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean it's just preparing just in case it crashes. Mm-hmm. Right now times is hard, man. I mean inflation, everything's crazy right now. Mm-hmm. So it's really just preparing and knowing how to save and budget just in case things go crazy because people are running out of money fast. If you think about it, everybody's really broke these days, and there's a reason. With inflation not making enough, all that type of stuff, you really got to start being prepared just in case everything does go downhill. Have something to save, something in reserves.
So what specifically makes the market like crash again? Is it that just like this is inevitable that it's gonna happen just because of the way that money flows, or is this something somebody's doing wrong and fucked up that causes this to happen? Like how does that work actually?
It's all about the economy.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all about the economy. Who's in the president office? What rules they changing? So currently right now with Biden and all the stuff he's doing, not to get political, but it has changed the dynamics as far as how we making money and stuff like that. Is a country going to war? Going to war, does to get us some money back? So it's really about what's going on in the country and what's going on in the economy and what's getting passed.
Right.
Because a lot of to add to that, there's a lot of business that's outsourced in America. So then what like what Rashidi's saying as far as politically, if I'm America, I'm doing business with Russia or China or India or these different countries. I'm doing businesses with these countries. Depending on how these politics go, now it's going to affect the income of the amount of money that America is making, because a lot of things are not made in America. So we rely on other countries to sustain ourselves. So then that would also cause the market itself to crash because of the fluctuations of how the economy works. But yeah, investing toilet paper stocks. Toilet paper stock.
That's crazy. You said I just got the app, got a response. Okay. So this says, is the market crash you guys are referring to pertaining exclusively to the real estate market?
No, it's everything. It's everything. It's everything. Not just the real estate market. The real estate market is one part of it, but it's everything. Grocery store to shopping, to buying clothes, to everything impacts you. Medical insurance, from your job, all that gets impacted when the market crashes. Insurances go up for car insurance, health insurance, life insurance,
interest rate
affected. Yep, interest rate. Everything's affected. It's not just real estate. Real estate is one portion of it.
So there's basically no way to stop it. It's just kind of like it is what it is type of thing.
Correct.
Well, see, here's the thing that we got to understand about market crash and market crashes. It's really not a crash per se, but although they call it that, what it really is like a readjustment.
There you go.
Right.
It's economic readjustment because as a country, we gon' like, because just like any individual person, the country itself has spending habits.
Mm.
Right. You understand? So for the next, like we said, every 8 to 10 years, something happens to readjust the market. Either in 2008, we was doing too much fucking subprime mortgage loans. Maybe for this time, maybe is too much, spending, or maybe too much giving money to the niggas in Chicago, the migrants, right?
The migrants, yeah.
Money to the migrants, and we giving money to Russia or Ukraine, and now we probably giving money to the parliament and stuff for the other war and all this other shit. Right. So the bottom line is that there are spending habits that the country utilizes, and over time, the books got to get readjusted.
Right.
The sad part is just that it's the people at the bottom that feel it the most. That's really what it is. And because remember when it was the subprime mortgage loans and all that other shit, the banks got bailouts.
Right.
Yeah.
But the people with subprime mortgage loans just lost their fucking house, and that was it.
Do
you understand? So the best bet is, if you give a fuck, you got to try to be a part of a certain tax bracket. So you don't feel it as much as the next nigga, because all of us gonna feel it.
Right.
But it's like certain people gonna feel it where, okay, well, last year I made 200,000. This year I only made 180.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then some niggas that's already at the bottom is like, shit, I was getting $80 in food stamps. Now they only giving me $25 in food stamps.
Right.
So you really feel it. Like you really, like you, that's literally like more than 60-70% food, less food that I could buy for me and my family type shit.
Right.
And so the thing is, if you, I mean, it sounds fucked up, but that's the beauty of America. That's the beauty of a capitalist society. It's like, you got to position yourself to be at a certain place where you won't be as affected as some people.
Right.
You understand? So it's like you got to put yourself in position. And with that, I gotta be out, guys. So I appreciate y'all. You have a great rest of the show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the panel. Y'all be good. Peace.
Take care, Mouse.
All right, take it easy, yo.
So it says, being as though crashes come and go all the time, are there any ways financially savvy individuals can benefit from the crash?
Well, there's always out of chaos, it breeds opportunity every single time. So like I was stating earlier, there are different ways to still make money during a market crash. Because like I said, because certain industries will be impacted negatively, there are certain industries that are going to be impacted positively. So you just got to know which industries those are, right? Like I said, there's always going to be opportunities to make money in certain industries. Like I said, it just depends on which industry you choose.
Right.
That's the reason why me and Rashidi, go to RKT Real Estate and Finance, and definitely, book that consultation. Why? Because we can show you ways to increase your income during a time of a market crash, during a time of a recession, during hard times. We want to help each and every individual not only make money, but also understanding how to budget money, to manage your money, things of that nature. Because if you're making all of this money, but you don't know what to do with it, you're actually being put in the worst position. So then we want to make sure that we, show you guys how to do that, and then also cut back on certain expenses. Let's cut back on certain subscriptions. Don't cut back on the Bad Boy membership. Don't cut back on the Masculine Identity membership. Don't cut back on RKT Real Estate and Finance.
Right.
But other memberships that you're not really using,
right,
cut back on those. Seriously. Because it doesn't make any sense. It's going to hurt you in the long run. You're not even being conscious of how much you're actually spending, and it'll help you out in the long run.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of there's a lot of things that people are paying for or buying that they don't even realize, because you kind of forget in the back of your mind. Like, you might have a subscription to some shit that's like an app on your phone that's like $4.99 a month. You don't even realize you know what I'm saying, and you don't use it at all.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? So, and that can add up because you have all of those joints.
Let's cut back our spending. That's huge for the future. Cut back on a lot of spending. Yes, we all gonna have bills. That's inevitable.
Right.
But how much you spend per month in bills can decrease. And then once you start to increase your income, it'll somewhat even out. It'll help you out in the long run. So I think that's the main thing. We minimize our bills, and we maximize our income. That's like the solution for the most part for the market crash. Because like Miles was saying earlier, everybody's in a different bracket. Somebody may be affected, from 200K a year to only 150 now. But then what about the person who only makes 30,000 a year and has food stamps? So then it's that person who needs to hear this information even more. It's these people, right, that needs more help than ever, right? And that's the goal, to get it to where you're not gonna be hugely affected by the crash. That's really what it boils down to.
Real shit. And so what are some ways that you guys think some people could make more money? Because if a person has a 9 to 5, they're in their routine and all that other stuff. What are some ways that you think people could make more money now that they can start putting away for savings and stuff like that? You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on that?
Definitely. Ultimately, what we do, as far as life insurance and getting what's called an IUL, Index Universal Life Policy, that's a great way of saving. Those are things. If you have a 401k, we teach you. If you have 401k, that's a great way of saving. How you do your taxes with your job. If you have a 9 to 5, people hey, you might take an extra $50 out your paycheck every paycheck, or $30-$40, and on the back end when you file your taxes, you definitely get back some money. So we just everybody's situation and use what they have in front of them to help them save. Because there's a lot of tools that people have their arsenal that they don't realize they actually have.
Real shit.
And then also to add to that, as far as increasing the income, definitely if anyone who's serious is serious about making additional income, like I said, me and Rashidi can help with that. Like I said, finance is a recession-proof industry. There's no experience that's needed. It's something that because I graduate high school? Yes. Did I graduate college? No. So I'm not a genius, but I still understand, how to make money. And this is a recession-proof industry, like I said before. So it's nothing that you have to be a genius to do. You're helping families, and you're making additional income on top of what you already are making. So you don't have to quit your job to do this. You can do this part-time on the side. All it requires is for you to get a license, because we're highly regulated by the government. So just get a license, right? And we can show you ways how to increase your income on a part-time basis, whether you dedicated 20 hours a week, 30 hours a week on the side, just to make an additional income. We can help you do that.
That's what's up. I like that. I fucks with that. Because I think that's the hardest part for people, because they're in their routines.
Yes.
So they're well, I don't got time. And that's the thing. People got time. They just it's
time management. They don't know how to, because they'll have time to watch, Power that's going to come on Fridays. You know what I'm saying? They'll have time to do certain things, but it's just about time management. And what I can say too, at that, we train and develop people on how to help people with their finances. So it's nothing that you have to go in blindly. We literally hold your hand in the process.
Right.
So it's one of them things where, definitely is something that people are really serious about making additional income. We got.
Yeah. So to be crystal clear and piggyback what Kayleen's saying, what we are saying is that we're constantly building the team. So between the things that we do, from life insurance to credit, we can actually train you, get you some part-time income. So get real income and train you how to handle your finances at the same time. So I can go to the site and book an appointment and find out for real.
Real shit. So any other last words, last things that you think people should be up on? What are some things that people can do, to prepare for the market crash? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Last thing I tell people is, just print out your bank statements and print out your bank statements. Look at all the stuff that you're wasting money on, and start to make some changes.
And John H is saying that they've been saying the market crash has come in for the past 3 years. So when is it supposed to happen, or is it just something that gradually happens? When are people probably going to start to see this go down, or is it happening now? Is it actually happening now?
No, it is actually happening now. And you look at the economy with everything that's going on. First off, AI is replacing a lot of jobs. We all know that. everything is up. Gas is up. Food is up. All this stuff is going up. There's a lot of rules changing with a lot of things. Your health insurance is going up. It's actually happening right before our eyes.
Right.
Noticing or paying attention to it. Or people look at the market crash like, oh, it's a big one thing. What happens one day where you just see the Dow Jones on TV? Nah, as we speak, like you said, Mr. Lucario.
Real shit, man. All right, people. So listen, man. Do you guys have any other shows coming up? Like any other?
We got an event coming up, man. Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday on the February 7th. It's called Romance and Finance. Right. So different couples. Even if you're not a couple, you could definitely join the Zoom. We're gonna have a Zoom link out for that. Look out for that. So we're gonna be talking about our relationships and ways that people who are in a relationship that they can increase their income. Really, what's love got to do with it? It's more about how you as a couple can increase your finances and put yourselves in a better position financially as a couple, because we all know as far as divorce is concerned, because of the divorce rate, it's due a huge part of that rate is due to financial issues. You understand what I'm saying? So we want to shed light to that and highlight how there are ways that couples, and even from the dating phase all the way to the marriage phase, how we can help moving forward when it comes to their finances.
Right. Now that's real shit. I like that. That's important. I think people, because of those things, that's why a lot of you have issues. You know what I'm saying? In relations, because people don't know how to deal with their situation because of their finances and all that other stuff.
Yep.
Real shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so all right, people. So make sure you guys go to rktrealestate.com and we will holler at y'all later. We out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. We out.